Time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So Bitcoin really getting rejection off of the 50,000 area. We have pushed all the way down to 46, but we knew this could happen. The 45,000 area is still there support. If it drops any lower, probably will at this point because it has cracked below the 10-day moving average on the daily chart. But let's go into a 4-hour chart, look at this price action closer. So currently, as I'm recording this, we are having a test of 47,000 support. There's a little U-shape, a little curl where it's trying to break back above 47,000 now. So if some buying volume could come in, we could see it push back up. But it does look like Bitcoin is going to try to stay in this channel. Buyers are going to try to keep it in it between 45,000 and 50,000. So as long as that's happening, that's fine. That was one of my predictions that could happen, is maybe Bitcoin goes sideways in this channel for a couple weeks. That may be something we're looking at. But until we get a move one way or the other out of this price range, this channel from 45 to 50, it's just going to be bouncing around in there. This rejection would worry me if nothing else was breaking out, but we are still getting altcoins that are making some big moves. MLN just ran from 96 all the way up to 165 early this morning about 3 a.m. So that was a pretty huge move, and you can see volume is still in here. It looks like it may try to find support around 125. If not, it'll probably drop back down to 100. But if we look back, we can draw that right across there, and we can see that is the old resistance trying to hold as new support. So I don't know what MLN is going to do at this point, but just the fact that it was a huge breakout, even while Bitcoin and Ethereum are pulling back, we're still seeing altcoins having moves. So we're at least in a hot altcoin market. Now, Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin. It's in the same similar type of channel at this 3,000 area. We can actually move this up and put it at about at the 3,300, because 3,300 held as a lot stronger resistance than 32. So this is actually the channel top. Good thing is Ethereum did make a higher high here and a new higher high, and it's making higher lows. So there's a low, higher low, and now a new higher low. So I still think Ethereum is going to try to test 3,500 soon, regardless of what Bitcoin does, unless Bitcoin just dramatically drops. But Ethereum is just consolidating for whatever the next move is going to be, whether it be a big leg up or a big leg down. That's what we're going to get out of this sideways movement. So Cardano was pulled all the way back down to 250. As long as this 250 holds, I'm good with it. I'm going to continue holding my Cardano. And I think it might. If not, $2 will hold. I was looking back at the charts here. The last time Cardano had a big rip, which was back here where it ran from 34 cents up to $1. That dollar was very strong resistance, which a dollar always is going to be a psychological support and resistance line. It's going to be a strong area. Well, it got held up there, tried to break, curled back up, and then broke out. Now, after this run, when it came back down, every time it bounced off of $1, even after the big run back here to 250 the first time. And it just continued to bounce off of $1. So it's made a new price level. It's made a new floor. $1 is the new floor. So now I'm expecting either 2 right across there or 250 to start holding up as another new floor. I'd like to see 250 hold, and it may be the case, as that was the previous strong resistance. It just touched it once, and that's when it was rejected. But because I'm gaining interest on this position, if it stays above 2 or 250, when I got in at $1.36, I'm fine with that. I'll hold it if the new floor is $2. If the new floor is 250, even better, because that means we're going to get another test of 3 soon, and then we can see Cardano continue to run. And that may be the case. This last little pullback, after 3 days of pulling back, Cardano exploded upwards. So now we've had another 3 days of pulling back, and you see buying has already came in at that 250 area on this candle wick, this long tail here. So Cardano is looking good for another possible breakout. I would not be surprised to see that happen, especially if Ethereum starts breaking out. Now Atoms had a pretty rough pullback, ran all the way up to 25 before it got rejected, been on a straight downtrend since then. I do expect it to try to hold up in this area. If you draw a line right across here, right around where the price is in this 1850 area, and you look back on the chart, you can see it was all types of support and resistance, mainly support for a long time there, for 3 months, 3-4 months. So now it's testing to hold up as support again. So if it does hold, it of course bounce up to that 25 again. But I'm glad Cosmos has actually come back down a little bit, because I'm getting more and more into the Cosmos ecosystem, and I'm going to be picking up some of it why it is dipping to these prices. So bond did push up out of this triangle that it was making and pushed all the way up to 38 before getting pushed back down. Very volatile coin, but still climbing up. This is another one, you know, kind of breaking out there while a good bit of the other coins are selling off. So this is altcoin showing some strength, but clearly there is a ton of resistance between 35 and 40. This whole area has all these topping wicks pushed up there, but never could hold over at 35 area. So it's one to keep on watch. Could be a good one to day trade, as it does have quite a bit of volatility. CGLD, this one's a top gainer today. It's only up 8%, but breaking out of this triangle, pushed up from 3 all the way to 350. Very nice move. This is the move I was looking for a couple of weeks ago, but the triangle took a little longer to finish than I thought. Now that it's popped out of here, if it holds above this triangle, holds above 325, we could see CGLD go on another move back up to that 460 area. So I may look to start swinging it if it shows some confirmation of this 325 area. If it can't hold this area, it'll drop back down to 2s. Solana could not hold that previous support that we were looking for it to hold, kind of that 72 area, but it did pop back above it. So if it can hold now, then it may be able to break out. And you can see attaching that to the tops, this downtrend, we have a triangle forming. So another 8 hours, we're either going to see Solana break out again over 80, or it's going to have another leg down. But possible breakout on that. I'm still holding my CTSI swing. I got in this at 79. It's currently at 74. But you can see this is a triangle. So I'm just waiting for it to try to break back over 80. Break over 80 and this thing could run. It did pop up to $1 yesterday, but this move is so quick I didn't see it or catch it, or I would have locked some of my profit out. But still holding. It's still slowly climbing. I don't like on the 4 hour that's crossed below the 50. So I do want to see this push back up above 75 cents. It needs to hold 75 cents at this point if it is going to break. If not, it could come back down to 65 at that 200 day. Polkadot really getting some tough selling pressure right below 30. See where it got pushed down. Has come down quite a bit, even dropped out of this channel. But looks like it's trying to find some support right around this 24 area. Right across all these candles. You can see where there's resistance, then it broke out, and then it will support through here. So we'll see if that can hold. That probably will hold on Polkadot. If not, it'll drop down at the 200 at 22. So no action out of farm lately. It's just continued to sell off since its big volatility. The first week there being on Coinbase. It's holding around 220 at the moment. That could be a support area. I'm still watching it to see when it's going to find a bottom support for another possible bounce, because when it bounces extremely hard. This might be it, but it's still too early to tell, so we'll see tomorrow what it looks like. So Luna has pulled all the way back down to the 25 area. Currently holding that up. Didn't quite touch it, but it seems to be in a channel between 25 and 33 at the moment, maybe even 35. I'm just drawing it here for now because only one candle has touched close to 35. So as long as Luna holds above 25, it may go sideways for another day or two. But then we can see a breakout if it breaks out to the top of it. If it breaks out of the bottom, It come back down to 20. So Mask went on a nasty run, ended up running all the way to 21, has pulled back down to this 13 to 15 area. May try to find support there, but the 50 days all the way back down at 10. So I would say it'll probably come back down to 10 as fast as it went up. This was a pretty big move within a week from 675 all the way up to 21. But if it does end up finding support at 15, then it could continue to run. I'm glad I got out of mirror when it started showing that weakness and cracking below $4 area of support. I jumped out of it and it's continued to sell off to 375. I don't think this is done though. It sits right around that 200. So if it can hold up 375 as support, then it could come back up. But it just never got going. This one is really struggling. I think synthetics may be outshining it. Vechain getting affected by the pullback, cracking out of this triangle here. Will still leave this line on for the downtrend. It's almost come back down to the 200 at 11 cents. Got to hold here and then bounce off of 11, 12 cents to push back up. So as of now, there's nothing really to be too concerned about with this pullback. We did just make a nice run and we knew 50,000 was going to be tough on Bitcoin. It's pulled back to the areas that we were expecting. And it's not even pulled back to 45 yet. So if it holds right here, that's great. That's a great bullish sign. It'll come back up and try to test 50,000. But expect probably a week or two of fighting between 45,000 support and 50,000 resistance before we get some type of definite move out of Bitcoin. Ethereum, I think, could break sooner and probably will and break to the upside, which will bring even more heat into the altcoins. It is good that we are seeing altcoins break out every day. We don't have a ton of altcoins breaking out, but we're having one or two nice rips on these coins that are on Coinbase. So that shows me there is still some buy and some strength in the crypto market. The stock market's been looking as shaky as it was before the COVID drop. I think we're going to have a big drop there. It will be interesting to see whether or not money comes out of there, which I think it already has been, and if it goes into cryptos, because we're not seeing a big push in gold and silver, which is the normal hedge against the stock market, but we are seeing some nice moves in the crypto space. So I do think that U.S. stock market crash is coming pretty soon, and that could cause problems, or that could be a good thing for cryptos, or it could be a very bad thing. There's a lot of speculation of what is going to happen. I don't know for sure. I know things don't look good. The research and data that I've done and looked at, the U.S. economy does not look good. The government does not look good. They're not trying to fix any of the real economic problems. They're trying to continue to spend money. All this stuff that's going on right now, even in Afghanistan, continues to build a strong case in my mind for cryptos continuing to rip, as decentralized currency could solve a lot of the issues that we are currently having. But we know how fast the crypto market can change. So for any coins that I'm not currently covering on a weekly basis that you'd like me to cover, throw them in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts on if you think cryptos are the answer to a majority of the world's problems right now. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.